I noticed that there's a lot of people that said they're struggling with mouths, and I wanted to help them. If you don't think that you're struggling, that's fine, whatever. For anyone that thinks a mouth is hard, that's who I'm trying to help. Make it simple. A mouth doesn't have to be hard, and it can be pretty decent without struggling or, thinking it looks horrible. I went through all this process myself. So I just wanted to help anybody that has the same feeling or whatever. So, first of all, most people make their mouths too big. I did. So they would make their lips, like this. Like that. Yeah, and you get unhappy with that. What I found is the less you do, the happier you are with your mouth. So what I've done instead, I drew this little box so I know where to stay in the camera field, is to make a line. So here's a line, just a straight line. See that straight line? And just put a little part of a circle. If you curve the line, that's the top lip, and then put a little bit of a bottom lip. You can even put the little... That looks better than those big lips. At first you can do it like that. You can make a frown. You can make a frown. You can still get your expression in there and not have to struggle. A mouth doesn't have to be big lips. Lips, when I look in the mirror at my own lips, they're really thin. I don't think a lot of people have big lips. And we all try to capture that for some reason, that our character or drawing has to have these big lips, and they don't. Once you get past this initial part of the lips, where you can just draw like a line, because honestly, if you draw that, I'm going to get where I can see through the camera as well, so I know I'm staying in camera. Once you get past that part, then to draw the lips, if you draw a V, here, you draw a V, just a V, kind of spread it out a little bit, not a typical V, and bring a little bit of a bend, like like when you draw a bird flying. They tell you, oh, that's a flying bird. Okay, fine. Draw another V really close to that one underneath. And then go like this, and connect it. And then just put that simple little line underneath. And that'll still give you better lips than the ones that are like really big. You could make the V a little bit smaller, not as deep. Or you could even learn to start curving that. That's basically what your real lips have, that it's not a V most of the time. It's a little bit of a curve, like a smiley face. And then like that. And put another little bit of this time still put almost a V underneath. And then like that. And that, different different things can, like if you curve it certain ways, it can make it happy or sad. Just put that little curve underneath for the bottom lip. You don't have to connect it. You can, but you don't have to. You can just leave it like that, and it still looks good. If you wanted to smile more, well, then you just make your V or curve, and then put. You gotta just do like that. Make another one underneath. And then just that little curve underneath can make the lip. It doesn't have to be, all connected and all full, That's just my take on lips. The rest of it is pretty simple. I also want to go over eyes. A lot of people seem to struggle with the eyes too. Like they want to make these perfect eyes. And to start, you really don't need perfect eyes. All you need is 2 arches, kind of spaced apart. You don't even have to do it like everybody tells you to. And then put just little dots. That really wiggles. Just 2 little dots. That's an eye. You can also do it like this. 2 eyes. If you do the arches, if you want the eyes to look off to the side. And then when you put that mouth with it, you put that little bit of let's just put a line. With the little thing and lip. Look at that. It's kind of like a face. All you have to do is fill in the V or the. Look at that. It's already part of a face. It's really not hard. Once you get this part of the eyes done, or you get comfortable with just drawing the arches like that, what you can do from there is to take and draw your arches. Make sure I stay in camera. Draw your arches. And draw your pupil. And then you can draw, I'm not going to go perfect, your iris around it. And then you can connect the bottom part. And then you draw your eyelid. And you start getting more technical. And then you can get more detailed. The more you do it, the more it'll seem natural. But that's how you start. It just takes the arches and the dots, the pupils. That's all you have to have. And again, with the mouth, you just do like this little bit of a V. Like that. With a little bit of a, make it really thin. Barely a curve underneath. Look at that. See? No, it's not hard. It's easy. And my noses, I've already said those are so simple. Again, a smiley face. Or, I always say a smiley face. It's a smile. A curve. The nostrils are just the dots on the end. And then draw the curve. And then just to accent your nose. I always put a little bit of a curve, and you can use, I use blending stumps to do a lot of my shading if I'm doing pencil. And that's a pretty good nose. I mean, it's pretty simple. I hope this helps, and if anyone has any questions or whatever, if you want to have any requests, let me know. I hope that helps. I know no one requested that, but I saw a lot of people struggling with it, looking through lessons and stuff, and thought that it might be helpful to show that. All right, I'll see you in another video. That's all.